And when they got their first pays, they went crazy. I've been nursing my husband, I've been nursing my child with autism. Do you think those people stand a better chance of getting healthcare assistant jobs? What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel, the channel where we keep things real. And today I'm excited because we've got Linda Eze in the house. A lot of people have been asking, we come here, we post healthcare assistant jobs. People come back and they ask, can I apply for this job or can I not apply for this job? There are differences in healthcare assistants, senior care assistants, support workers, and all that. And she's going to be shedding more light on that, guys, and I'm excited about it, so that at least if you are informed with this knowledge, you know that if I come tomorrow and I post a job, whether it's a senior care assistant or a healthcare worker, whether you can apply or you cannot apply for the job, because a lot of people have been coming back crying that I have not been accepted, or my email has been rejected, or I've been rejected before even proceeding to enter for all those things which are required. So Linda, may you please tell us briefly about yourself?
Hi everyone, thank you for inviting me. Pauline, I'm really excited to be here. And hello, wherever you are, my name is Linda Eze. I'm a registered nurse and I work in the UK as well. I've been in the UK for close to 4 years now. I came to the UK in 2018 and I've been here since then. So I've been working with the NHS for almost 4 years. And it has been interesting and rewarding. I'm really grateful that I'm here. Thank you, Pauline.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much, Linda. So, guys, she has been working for the NHS and she is going to be telling us the differences in healthcare assistants in the NHS. So, before we get into it, I'm going to be giving you an update on the healthcare assistants who came here and only worked for 6 days and disappeared after this live stream with Linda, because everyone has been asking about the story. So, I'm going to be telling you that story after we tell you the type of healthcare assistants who are here. So let's get into it.
Alright, they asking for the queen. I'm a bad bitch, she's a savage. Look back while I twerk. No comparison. I'm a savage, yeah. Classy, bougie, ratchet, yeah. Sassy, moody, nasty, yeah. Acting stupid, what was happening? Bitch, what was happening? I'm a savage.
So guys, this is really very important because a lot of people are actually worried that their applications, they are not receiving any response, or they've been rejected or something like that. That is because maybe they are not actually applying to the appropriate roles. So that's why we decided to talk about this in this video. I'm going to discuss the 3 roles that are really very popular on all these vacancies that we usually see. So the 3 ones are like the senior carer role, the support worker role, and the healthcare assistant role. So I'm going to start with the senior carers. For the senior carers, they are the ones that they've been in the shortage occupation list for a while. So the senior carers, they are actually the ones that need to have some experience and qualification, the NVQ level 3. Sometimes you see NVQ level 2, but most times it's usually the NVQ level 3. So if you're applying from abroad for this role, they need you to have that level of qualification. That's when people are asked to maybe compare whatever qualification they have with the NARIC or whatever to make sure that they are able to meet that particular role or that particular level of qualification. So the NVQ level 3 gives you that senior level when it comes to caring for patients. So usually they work in care homes and they take the lead when it comes to the other care workers that work in the care homes, like the healthcare assistants. Okay, so the healthcare assistants usually report to them. They take the lead in the sense that they collaborate more with the doctors, with the physiotherapists, with the other healthcare team that look after these patients. So they are actually like the leaders when it comes to all the care homes or all the other social care centers that they have in the UK. Now, if you want to apply for this role, usually they ask for nurses in different parts of the world that are not able to meet the NMC process, because they know that nurses, they have a higher qualification and they might not even need to compare their certificates at all. So they don't want you to go through the comparison or anything. Even if they're asking you to go through the NARIC, it's just because of the English comparison. So they know that nurses, they already have the higher qualification. So if you are from Nigeria or from wherever you are and you are a nurse, when you see the senior carer role and you want to use it to come to the UK, then you can apply. But if you are not a nurse from any part of the world, it's going to be very hard for you to get this role. Okay, so now for the support worker role, this one you don't need a particular qualification for it. Okay, so you can apply for support worker role. So what they do is that they help to look after patients that need extra need, or let me say clients that actually require extra need, like they need help to support them with like going to their dentist, meeting with their daily activities. So they assist the client to make sure that the activities of daily living, they are able to live the way they want to live. Like usually people that have low mental capacity, or people that have like autism or some other mental illness, so they actually support them to live their life in full. So they help them to go to their dentist, to go to social activities and whatever they need to do. So technically they are helping them to stay safe, making sure that they are eating, they are well kept and everything. So usually the support workers, they work in residential homes, right? They can also work in patients' homes. So sometimes you see when those roles come up, they'll ask you for a driving license. Maybe they want to make sure that you can take the client to places and all of that. So they want to make sure you have a driving license and that you can speak English, you'll be able to communicate with the clients, right? And all of that. So that's the basic thing you will see in the qualification. They don't need you to have maybe like a care experience per se, because they'll provide the training that you need. So the training that you need for support workers, they are based on the kind of client you are going to look after. So if your client need a particular thing to be done, so they'll provide that training when you get to the UK. So because the client's needs, they are going to be different. Okay, so and for the last one, the healthcare assistants. All right, the healthcare assistants, the ones I actually believe that they work in, so like the places that they can work, it can actually be so many. You can work in patients' home, you can work with the NHS, you can work in care homes as well, and you don't need any qualification for this. Once you have your GCSE or you have the secondary school certificate, you can actually apply for this role. So usually the additional thing you will need for this is a proof of English, because definitely you will need it for your visa stage, even if they say it's not part of the requirement, right? So even when you get the job, because that's another area, people get this job but they are not able to get the visa because they don't have any form of proof of English. So you don't need any qualification, but if you have experience, it will help you to actually have an edge over those that don't have any experience caring for anyone at all. So as healthcare assistant, you can work anywhere, but you will need to have like a level of experience or healthcare exposure or something. You need to actually state all of that in your CV for you to get that role, because a lot of people don't have experience, a lot of people have that basic qualification. So you still need to find a way of making your CV stand out for you to get this role. Okay, so if you're starting today to apply for a job and you see anyone that says healthcare assistant or support worker, you can go for those ones. And for nurses, if you want to go through this route, just go for the senior carer one, okay, because you are qualified and better qualified for that one as well. Okay, I hope this helps. Thank you.
That was very clear. Smash that like button if you think what she said to us was very clear, guys. So I would like to ask you one question. Do you think that let's say that people will say, I've been nursing my grandmother, I've been nursing my husband, I've been nursing my child with autism. Do you think those people stand a better chance of getting healthcare assistant jobs? Not the senior carer one, but the ordinary healthcare assistant jobs, just caring for someone at home. Are you able to get a job because you are caring for someone at home, or you need to go and gain some experience, maybe volunteer at a hospital or at a care home or things like that? What do you think?
Okay, so I will want to say that in the UK, they value experience a lot. So they value experience a lot. Some people will be thinking, oh, because I've been caring for the person I'm caring for is my mother or something, I don't need to include it in, or maybe you are feeling like you're lying when you are including it in your CV. you need to include that in your CV, because I've seen a lot of people, even when they're applying for schools, and they put that they've been caring for someone that has autism, or maybe grandmother that is ill for 8 years or something like that. All those ones count, okay? Even the volunteer activities, they all count. So you have to sell yourself. That's the thing I want to say about this, okay? You need to sell yourself. Any experience at all will help you to have that edge over anybody that just like plain CV saying without experience or something like that. So you need to find a way of making your CV. And again, it's to tailor it. Usually, I feel like they actually sell, what they need. When those vacancies come, they usually say we need someone that has this. So you try to find those ones that you think that you have, even if it's a little experience, then you have to include it in your CV. Edit your CV to fit around the particular vacancy, so that you increase your chances of getting that job. So you don't just make one CV and you apply for every role. Like I mentioned, that the healthcare assistant or the support worker is going to be based on the kind of clients you are going to be looking after. So when you see a vacancy and they say we need somebody that can drive and that can do that and can do that, yeah, you try to also fit your own CV around that, so that you increase your chances
of getting. Oh, thank you very much. So just one last question. As you all know, there are people who came here and they only worked for about 2 weeks, and then they went MIA, they disappeared, they absconded from work. Do you think healthcare assistant jobs are easy? Is it an easy job for you to come into here in UK? Would you what kind of people would you encourage to come here and work in UK, so that we don't have a situation whereby people come, work for 2 weeks and then disappear?
Okay, so in that case, I will actually say that if your main reason of coming to the UK is maybe is only to make money, because a lot of people that leave their country to go to another country, yes, you want to be comfortable and you still want to see that your bank account is increasing, right? But how I actually see this is that, like for nurses, if Pauline agrees with me, is that sometimes when you go to work, you see that it is actually beyond your pocket. Like you just want to make sure that that person you are looking after gets the best, because
yes,
that is even sometimes when you are going home from work, you are just like, sometimes you just forget that there is anything like salary. You're just worried about one patient or the rest.
welfare of your clients. Yes,
so it's actually a conscious work, right? Even those that run away, I'm sure that wherever they are, assuming they left the patient and ran away, they will not be themselves. That's this work. So for us nurses, maybe because we have that training and then we got into the job, we may maybe we are better prepared. But if you never knew anything about working in the hospital or even looking after anybody that is ill, then you have to actually think again. If you never knew anything about working in the hospital or even looking after anybody that is ill, then you have to actually think again. If you know that it makes you uncomfortable to be around anybody that needs help, because I know some people that cannot really stand anybody that is very petty, or somebody that is not helping themselves in any way, then this is not actually a good way to move to the UK, because you are going to be frustrated, and if you run away, it's even worse, because you don't really know what you're doing, and at the end of the day, it's maybe better for you that you had stayed back than staying in this country. And again, even if you feel like when you get here you are still going to make the money, you have to have that patience. Even for us nurses, if Pauline agrees, is that when we came here, the first 3 months, the beginning, even changing the environment and everything is going to be challenging. So have that mindset that it's a long-term game. If you are moving to another country, you take it as your home. It's going to take time for you to get used to the environment, make the money and all of that. So you have to have that mindset that it's a long-term game. Don't try to run away, because you'll be closing the doors for others that really want those positions back home. Sometimes I think about this, like if I'm doing the wrong thing, if I get a job and I'm not doing the right thing, I'm closing the doors to other Nigerians that want this particular job. So please think about that.
That is very true, Linda, and thank you so much for such wise advice. I'm sure, guys, you hear it loud and clear. And for now, I'm now going to talk about these healthcare assistants who ran away. And Linda, thank you so much for coming to my channel, guys. She's got a YouTube channel, and I'm going to leave the link in the description box so that you go and check out her YouTube videos. She's got excellent stuff there. She posts jobs each and every day. You are going to love her channel. So I'll leave the link in the description box. Linda, thank you so
Thank you
much.
so much. Thank
Now,
you.
let me just brief them on what happened on these healthcare assistants who went MIA. Okay.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Colin. Thank you for having me. Bye, everyone.
Bye. So, guys, I'm going to tell you a brief story about these healthcare assistants who only came and worked for 2 weeks and then disappeared.
First of all, I've always warned people against applying for healthcare assistant jobs, and this was my first warning.
Let's talk about the disadvantages of coming to UK as a healthcare assistant and why I wouldn't recommend anyone to come as a healthcare assistant. First of all, it is costly to come as a healthcare assistant. The people who are recruiting healthcare assistants are making them pay a fortune. I've spoken to somebody who has paid £2,400 for her to get to UK as a healthcare assistant. Most or all of the healthcare assistant jobs are in England, and England is one of the most expensive places in UK. The average cost of rent for one room in London is between £650 and £800. And when I'm saying one room, I'm not saying a one-bedroom house. I mean one room in the literal sense, where you're having one room. You might have a common place, which is the kitchen and the bathroom, but you are living in one room. And then another thing, people will say, oh no, if you come to UK, it's better than being Kwasadza, as in it's better than being maybe in Nigeria, it's better than being in Ghana, it's better than being in Zimbabwe, it's better than being in Botswana, or it's better than being in any African country, because most of our African countries are poor. Who said it is better than being there? Because for you to know if something is better than something, you should have experienced it, because the test of the pudding is in the eating. Do you know what they are doing to the people who are coming to work here as healthcare assistant? They are not making them work in care homes. No, they are making them do domiciliary visits, where per given day you are given 12 clients to go to. By the way, you don't even have a car when you first start here. You have to go to Denmark, you have to go to Scotland, you have to go to Belfast, Antrim, 10 places per given day, and you'll be commuting from place to place, from place to place. And the UK weather, if you are not driving, is a pain in the wrong place. It's very cold here, very, very cold. So you'll be freezing, you'll be rained on. You go to the client here, you finish with this client, you go to another client who is 5 kilometers away, you go to another client who is 10 kilometers away, you go to another client who is 15 kilometers. Why torture yourself like that? Why?
I'm putting this, guys, because there are people who are working as healthcare assistants in the UK and they are complaining bitterly that maybe they were not warned, but to be forewarned is forearmed. I warned people a long time ago about this. You need to know what you're getting yourself into before you apply. Now, let's talk of these care assistants.
So what happened is, when these people applied for the jobs, they had the most excellent CVs you can ever think of. You know how we always talk of you should have an excellent CV, you should have some relevant experience and all that, how you should tailor-make your CV to suit the job. And these people had tailor-made their CVs to suit the jobs, and their CVs were excellent and their certificates were excellent, of which last week I came and posted a video of a company looking for home care workers, and I shared the emails and everything with you, and she's actually given me feedback that some of the certificates that she is receiving are actually fake certificates, and some of these certificates are not accredited certificates. So these people had excellent certificates, excellent work history, excellent CVs. I mean, anyone can write an excellent CV, and obviously when they choose you using that excellent CVs. They came, they were inducted, and after induction they went and worked. And from my point of view, they did not receive adequate induction, because according to the rumors, these individuals are said to have been failing to use equipment like the hoist, the stand-up hoist, the stand-up hoist, and things like that. And obviously, if you are not able to use such equipment, you are deemed a dangerous healthcare assistant. So even if you come here to UK and work as a healthcare assistant, it's important that even if you've had induction, if you feel like you're not competent or you're not ready to use any equipment, whether it's a hoist, whether it's a whatever equipment that you're supposed to be using, if you're not competent in using it, you rather tell your employer or tell your agent that you're not able to use this and you need more practice. So these people, they never even bothered to say, oh, we need more practice. And when they went to work, apparently the workload was just too much for them, just because they did not have the characteristics of a good healthcare professional, where you are supposed to be patient. You're getting frustrated with things like maybe someone asks for water 2, 3, 4, 5 times, and then they would complain that I keep on giving her water and she wants some more water. I'm not going to give her anymore. And if you do that is deemed neglect. So where they went and worked, they were deemed as neglecting residents. And the painful bit is, when you come to site, your recruiter or your agent tells you that for the first 6 weeks, we're going to provide accommodation for you. So they provided them with state-of-the-art accommodation, TV, Wi-Fi, and everything. And they were coming from my country, Zimbabwe, and we all know that the socio-economic situation in Zimbabwe is very, very bad at the moment. So sometimes you don't have electricity, you don't have running water, you don't have Wi-Fi. The situation is just bad in most places. And when they came here, the site, they were given a state-of-the-art house. They got their first pays. And when they got their first pays, they went crazy. They didn't go to work because they said it's frustrating to go to work. And they all rang in sick and said, we are suffering from a stomach bug or whatever. And you all know that if you're vomiting or having diarrhea, you don't have to go to work for 42 to 72 hours or until your diarrhea and your vomiting is cleared. So they apparently knew that, oh, okay, we can use that to our advantage. So they never reported to work until their agent was phoned to say, the people that you sent to come work here with us, we cannot find them. They've not reported for duty. And apparently when they were working here, there are so many complaints from the residents. They're not able to use this, they're not able to do that, they're neglecting residents and all that. So what the agent did was, she went to this home where they were accommodated, and guys, she found them relaxed, having ordered Uber, McDonald's, KFC, all sorts of food. You know how it is when you are coming from a country where you have not been eating good food for a long time, and you finally see good food and you are able to just, at the click of a button, they come and deliver the food at your door. So they got carried away with that excitement of having food delivered at your door. They were watching Netflix movies, or this movie after that movie, because these are some of the things that we don't have back home. But what you have to know is that you cannot choose to lose your job over temporal gratification. You can enjoy your McDonald's, you can enjoy your KFC, you can enjoy your Netflix, but what is going to happen in the long run? Because that excitement, it simply shows that there is lack of maturity on those individuals. I'm sorry to say that, because most of the time it's kids who behave like that. So healthcare assistant jobs, guys, are not for people who are not mature, are not for people who are going to be excited and be over the moon just because they can now afford to buy food, just because they can now afford to watch Netflix, just because they can now afford to watch YouTube and all those things. If you lack that maturity, do not apply for healthcare assistant jobs, because what this has done is, there are certain people from my own country who had applied for senior care assistant jobs and were told that we are sorry, we are not taking people from Zimbabwe. So which means that kind of behavior from other people, it affects other individuals as well. So can you imagine people having to lose their jobs because they got overexcited over getting paid some pounds, and the ability to order Uber Eats, the ability to watch Netflix, the ability to watch YouTube and all those things, and people just got overexcited over that. Guys, this is what they basically did, and in my opinion, these were just people who wanted to use the healthcare assistant job as a means of coming here to UK. That's why I always emphasize that before you apply for a healthcare assistant job, make sure you know what you're getting yourself into. You really need to be a patient someone, because as it is, if the issue of neglect is taken up, you have only been in UK for 2 months and already you have got a case against you, a case to answer for, a case of neglect. Of which neglect is a very, very big thing. So guys, if you don't have those qualities of a good healthcare assistant, I'll still leave the video that I did in my description box, that if you're that person that I'm talking about in that video, do not apply for healthcare assistant jobs. And thank you so much for watching, guys. And Linda, where you are, thank you so much for coming to my channel. Much love from me to you, and much love to you guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye.